Okay, the doorbell works. That was me. The front door threshold gasket is torn a little bit there. The entryway closet sticks or rubs in its jam right there at the bottom rail. We got some wooden laminate and carpet. Neither one of these smoke alarms work. And the smoke alarm should be within, and carbon monoxide alarm should be within 20 feet of all the bedrooms. And I believe that's barely 20 feet, but I believe it is. Coming along, first bedroom. Window screens are missing. First bedroom, this door does not latch. Okay, this is the first place that I found it. I've seen it in other places. Try and point it out to you. That's it right there. That's popcorn ceiling. Popcorn ceiling. It's not very popular right now. It used to be, but there's been some concern. There's some instances, several, where there's asbestos in that popcorn. So you should treat it as if it did. If you were going to scrape this and refinish it, right now it's painted, so it's encapsulated. But if you're going to refinish it, you need to respect it. It'd be easier than, I mean, you could test it, but it'd be easier. Double pane vinyl frame windows. Look like they're a recent installation. Tree too close. That's the first bedroom. This is the second bedroom. This smoke alarm is chirping. Popcorn ceiling again. This is the linen closet. Carpet's a little loose right there. What's going on? Some foam. They've been trying to seal this up a little bit. What's going on there? I'll get my flashlight up here and look a little better. This is the hall bathroom. Bathrooms with operable windows are not required to have vent fans. GFCI, sink. Now, this light fixture, that's not rated for wet, semi-wet conditions. It's closer than 8 and 3 here, so it's too close to the hall shower. Just so you know, we've got a similar situation in the master bathroom. So we're looking for that. Underneath this, we're stored in the hall. We're stored in the hall bathroom. That's a flexible drain line, and we do not have escutcheon plates. Escutcheon plates are those little round metal plates on the wall. They sell these flexible drain lines. I was just in a hardware store buying some plumbing for my house, and I saw these over there, so I talk about them all the time. I went and I looked at the package because they sell them. I could have bought one yesterday, and nowhere do they mention, because they're not, nowhere do they mention that they're code compliant or which code applies to that. I got, like, when I'm stepping here, there's a hump right here in front of the master bedroom. Hump. Okay. Hump. There's humps between these bedrooms. There's probably some kind of raised flooring because it's too uniform. I mean, not too uniform, but because it's uniform. There's probably some raised flooring underneath the carpet. The significance of the humps is that the carpet will wear prematurely there. Windows and windows. No vent No vent in the vanity. There is a vent in the master bathroom. And I say vent, I mean, excuse me, it's an air supply register. Air supply register. The vent's not required because we have an operable window. This commode is too close to the wall. This niche, this seat niche is level. See how this niche over here has some tilt on it? Okay, this one doesn't, seat doesn't. So this one will drain water, and these two will, water will pool and hold on it. The closet, they have a ceiling fan. They have popcorn ceilings, but they don't have an air supply register, and an air supply register is not required here. An air supply register is not required here. Don't worry, I'll catch you. I haven't lost anybody yet. This is the hall. That's the air return. An air return should not be closer than, I think it's 10 feet to the air supply. That said, okay, this door has been insulated. So they almost got it right. There's no insulation between the doors. No insulation there. So the furnace, this is the serial number over here, and this is not a spring chicken. So he's probably 1988. I'll look that up when we get home. That said, you shouldn't have tape on the flue. The flue should stay together on its own. Those screens, they used to be required. But code changes, so those screens are now prohibited because they get clogged with insulation. And that's your air for your furnace and your water heater. And since this door is quote unquote sealed, you don't have any combustible air coming into this closet. So something needs to happen. Should happen. This gray flex on both of these units, the water heater and the furnace, okay, that's been obsolete forever. That's dangerous. It's recommended that you get it replaced as soon as possible. Also, these gas lines, they're not very stable, okay, and they should have sediment traps. It's electronic ignition on your water heater. I have no idea, no idea where that secondary drain goes to. I took some pictures underneath here, so maybe we'll know, maybe we won't. Here's your care and use manual. This cover is going to go back over here. Your flame is okay, it's not really impressive. The unit's so old, it really would be prudent to budget for replacement. Your primary drain line does not have a P-trap on it. It's not insulated. Back to the water heater, just let it jump around a little bit. There should be insulation on your TMP drain line. Of course, the gray gas line. It's electronic ignition. Coming up here, you've got dielectric unions. That's a good thing. These supply lines should be insulated. They should be insulated. And see that ground wire right there, that bonding wire? It's on the wrong side of the valve. It's on the wrong side of the valve. You could turn the valve off and disconnect all this and disconnect your bonding for the whole house. And it's supposed to be on the other side of the valve. Your flue should fit together without tape. Tape is a non-plus right there. Still with me? So we're coming in here. There's been some areas right there, the insulation's lacking. A couple other areas. You can see the door gasket. That's a good example right there. Torn door gasket. Coming along, your fireplace hearth should extend at least 24 inches out. I'm going to measure that. This is an aftermarket glass front. And by the way, this guy doesn't He's not really impressive. Not very impressive. Coming along. This is the lowest part of the house. We've got over an inch floor height elevation right through here, within 20 feet. We're moving along. Coming in here. This is your clothes dryer. I have no idea where it drains to, exhausts to. There's a roof video, but and you can tell where it used to. But once I was in the attic video, you can see that I cannot find a vent. There's a vent on the wall behind us, the exterior wall. Maybe that's it. Be hot and cold. Should be labeled hot and cold. Looks like we got a little bit of water in there. Okay. This is GFCI. This is GFCI protected. This is not GFCI protected, which it should be. You should have a discussion plate here. Gas valves not in use should be kept off. This oven does not have an anti-tip device, and you cannot get to the, where to start? I had found it before. And you cannot get to the gas valve behind there. The gas valve is inside the cabinets here somewhere. These are drawers. This is the dishwasher. It's doing its thing. The reason why I left this off is you can see that little gray box in there? That is the outlet box. And when they're installed, okay, they come out from the studs a little bit, so when the sheetrock comes in, it goes flush to the sheetrock, and then they, whoever it is that they are, they added all this splash box back, and it brought the surface of the wall out. So now we have a gap between the junction box and the wall there. That compromises the fire blocking. It's about a $2 part. It's called an extender ring. Some people call them goof rings. Call it what you will. But they should have been installed. And because there's such a distance between the wall and that box, the screws no longer work. So if somebody's taken sheetrock screws and put in there, and sheetrock screws are sharp, they will cut your wires. So the goof rings need to be installed. Proper screws need to be installed. This is called excuse me. Maybe I need that. This is called a foul line, F-O-U-L. Okay. This is supposed to cascade down like this. I've never seen one fixed, but this is where all the cooties hide. That's where all the germs and bacteria. You get your Lysol wipe and go through there. We don't have a strainer basket here. We're getting close. You can tell this home's been inspected before, or it's suspect for being inspected. There's another flexible drain. Food waste disposal. It doesn't have a connector right there. It's Saved by the Bell. And I can't believe it. We got clips. That's alright. You write that up. Moving on along. This is the dining area. It's going to be the office. That den area is going to be the dining area. And that pretty much is our tour.